So you're thinking about investing. Awesome. For a lot of people, mutual funds are the perfect way to get started. They're like the ultimate starter pack for building wealth. But let's be honest, it can feel a little overwhelming at first. Don't worry, we're going to break it all down for you. Okay, so this is the big one, right? This is the first question everyone asks. You just want to know where to put your money. But what if I told you that's actually the wrong question to be asking, at least at the very beginning? The secret isn't finding some magic best fund. And this quote right here, it absolutely nails it. Before we even get to the what or the which, we have to figure out our why. Seriously, why are you even thinking about investing in the first place? Everything, and I mean everything, flows from that single question. See, your why is just a fancy way of saying your financial goal. Maybe you're saving for your kids' college education, or maybe it's for your own retirement, sipping coconuts on a beach somewhere. Or it could be for a down payment on a house. These goals are totally personal, and they are the blueprint for your entire investment plan. Let's make this real. Meet a few people. First, we've got 8-year-old Shalini. She wants to be a space scientist, and her family has about 10 years to fund that dream. Then you've got Rabindra. He's 45 and needs to build a solid retirement fund over the next 15 years. And finally, there's Mrs. D'Souza. She's already retired, so her goal is immediate. She needs regular income right now. Do you see how different their needs are? The goal, the timeline, it changes everything. Now, no matter who you are or what your goal is, there's this silent thief working against you. It's called inflation. You know what I'm talking about. It's that sneaky way that everything just gets more expensive over time. It means the money you have today will buy you less stuff tomorrow. And that's the #1 reason why just stashing cash in a savings account isn't going to cut it for big, long-term goals. Let's jump back to Shalini for a second. Her parents estimate that her dream education costs about 50 lakh rupees today. But in 10 years, if prices go up by about 8% a year, which is a reasonable guess for inflation, that same education is going to cost this much. Yeah, nearly 1.1 crore rupees. That is more than double. This one number proves why your money has to grow, not just sit there. So you're convinced. You need to invest. And the next thought is probably, okay, I'm smart. I can handle this myself. And you know what? Maybe you can. But trying to do it yourself comes with some very real hurdles that can trip up just about anyone. And first, let's just get this crystal clear. Saving and investing are not the same thing. Saving is all about safety. It's about putting your money somewhere it won't disappear. Investing, on the other hand, is about growth. It's about putting your money to work to make more money, to beat that inflation we were just talking about. To hit those big goals, you got to make the leap from saver to investor. Now, when you decide to invest all by yourself, the costs aren't just about money. Think about your time, the endless hours of research, the paperwork, the accounting. It's a part-time job. Then there's the risk of making decisions based on fear or greed, not having your money spread out enough, and, well, making one bad move that can set you back years. And let's dive into that emotional part because it's a biggie. We're all human, right? When the market is soaring, greed kicks in. When it's falling, fear takes over. And that can lead us to do the exact opposite of what we should, buy high and sell low. Our own brain can seriously be our biggest enemy here. Psychologists even have names for these mental traps. There's the herd mentality, that's basically just investment FOMO, doing what everyone else is doing. There's loss aversion, where losing $100 feels way, way worse than the joy of gaining $100. And of course, there's good old overconfidence, thinking you've got it all figured out, which can lead you to take some crazy risks. Phew, okay, I know. That sounds kind of scary, right? The time commitment, the emotional roller coaster, the risk. So what's the solution? Well, this is exactly where mutual funds come into the picture. They were pretty much designed to solve all of those problems for you. The best way to think about a mutual fund is like a thali or a buffet. Instead of you having to go out, buy every single ingredient, and cook every single dish yourself, a professional chef puts together a perfectly balanced meal for you. You just pay one price. A mutual fund does the same thing. It pools money from thousands of investors, and then a full-time professional invests that giant pool of money on everyone's behalf. It's really that straightforward. Step 1, thousands of people like you and me put our money into a pot. Step 2, a professional fund manager takes that pot of money and invests it in a bunch of different things. And step 3, whatever happens, gains or losses, gets shared by everyone in the fund. Simple as that. So look how the advantages of a mutual fund directly tackle all those DIY problems.
Instead of spending all your own time, you get a professional managing your money. Instead of trying to buy dozens of different stocks yourself, you get instant diversification. Plus, you get benefits like lower costs because of the fund's size, clear reporting, and the ability to get your money out pretty easily when you need it.
But here's the key. Not all mutual funds are the same, not even close. Just like a good mechanic has a whole toolbox, there are different types of funds for different kinds of financial jobs. It's all about matching the right tool to your specific goal.
So, first up, you have equity funds. These guys mainly invest in stocks, which basically means you're buying a tiny slice of ownership in a whole bunch of different companies. They're designed for high growth potential over the long run, but that also means they come with more risk. They're built for a marathon, not a sprint.
And boom, this is where it all connects. Remember Shalini and her 10-year goal of becoming a space scientist? An equity fund could be perfect for that. With a decade to go, her investment has plenty of time to grow and to smooth out any bumps in the market along the way.
On the complete other side of the spectrum, you have debt funds. With these, you're not an owner, you're a lender. The fund invests in things like bonds, where it's essentially loaning money to governments or big companies. In return, you get regular interest payments. These are all about stability and generating income, with much lower risk. And who does this sound tailor-made for? You got it, Mrs. D'Souza. She's retired. She isn't chasing massive growth anymore. Her goal is to protect the money she has and get a steady, reliable paycheck from her savings. A debt fund is designed to do exactly that. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground here. We've gone from the big philosophical why all the way down to the nitty-gritty of matching a fund to a goal. So what's next for you? If you walk away with anything today, let it be these 4 things. 1. Always start with your why, your goal. 2. Never forget about inflation. It's always there. 3. Match the tool to the job. And 4, the most important one maybe, remember that you don't have to figure all this out by yourself. So we'll leave you with this final thought. You now have a roadmap. You understand the what a mutual fund is, and you have a process for figuring out your why, your personal goals. The only question left is, what's your first step going to be in figuring out your how?